Okay, that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Barnes.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
巴尔斯医生说了，李勋然的伤势比想象中要好的太多，手术之后很快就可以痊愈了。
那太好了。
要是挂念的话，就给他打个电话吧。
托米逃狱还不到24个小时，现在正是追捕的重要时刻，我不能让他分心，不能打扰他。
Please don't worry. We have the best drug rehabilitation team, and we only accept 10 patients at a time. Our treatment is the best, and the treatment we've arranged for Mr. Ling is called the Gold Diamond Treatment. I'm sure you'll be satisfied with the results.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
这么多家疗养机构你都不满意，这家是你自己选的，总没什么好挑的吧？我希望你下定决心，彻底把毒瘾戒掉。
如果戒不掉了，你是不是就有原因和我解除婚约了？
以后的事儿以后再说吧。
喂，心妍，
医院情况怎么样？
医生说，熏然的情况根本没有预估的那么差，手术以后的情况也很好，过不了几天，他就可以下床做一些轻微的活动了。你怎么样？
目前还没有追踪到 Tommy 的下落啊。
我不是问你案情，我是问你，你怎么样？
简阳。
嗯。
FBI 会在医院里为你安排休息的房间。答应我，不要离开他们的保护范围，好吗？
嗯，我知道。我挂了，晚安。
简小姐，病人惊醒了。我托付子玉给你带了几本书，你无聊的时候可以解解闷。
不过每天只准看2个小时，要不然会被医生骂的。你看什么？
你好像瘦了。
时差，休息2天就好了。
出什么事了？
能出什么事啊？可能是太累了吧。
那就快回去休息。我都已经好了，你不用守着我了，快回去吧。
胡小喜在那儿，你有什么事儿就喊护士啊。那我走了。
去吧。
下午好，李先生。
下午好。
该吃药了。怎么？哪里不舒服？吃药吧。
Mr. Lee, how are we doing today? Just going to listen a little bit. You're recovering quite fast. Keep it up.
Yeah. According to the video surveillance, Shehan entered the country only 2 hours before you did. This is the ID he used to enter Kennedy Airport, and this is the profile attached to the ID.
护照是真的，细节也很完备。他知道我们有他的指纹，他也知道我们在所有的地方发了他的画像描述。可是他入境的姿态仍然那么轻松，就好像肯定自己不会被抓住一样。
I know what you're thinking. I already started investigating the custom officer.
从他收买预警的手法看来，他擅长买离境账户，最好往这个方向探望。
Right, but there's something more important. The custom officer hasn't showed up at work since Shehan entered the country.
那已经有3天了。
He didn't ask for leave, and nobody, none of his friends, colleagues, neighbors, have seen him since.
听起来可不太妙。
That's him, the custom officer that allowed Shehan to enter the country. 1 bullet, neat and clean. Strange. He'd leave such a useless clue. He knows we're aware he's related to Flower Cannibal. Why would he do such a thing? Miss you, Ellen. What does that mean? Who's Ellen? I don't remember of any Ellen. I reviewed all the file when you were in Hong Kong. There was no Ellen. Do you? You know know something. Simon. Who's Alan?
他是我哥哥。不是安排了警方保护吗？怎么一个人都没看见？
这个区域是封闭的，很安全，警官们都在楼下呢。怎么了？又出什么事儿了吗？
没什么，就是突然想见见你。
你今天不是刚见过我吗？我知道你有很多事情要忙，不要总往医院跑了，这样太辛苦。你明知道，我就一直在医院，哪儿都不会去的。
简瑶，明天我想离开城里一趟。
你要去哪儿？
去城外的镇上见一位老朋友。等我回来之后，我有些事情想告诉你，有关于我以前的事情。
我等你回来。
哎，小 Tommy，终于又见到你了。
I thought now that you're a big shot, you might have forgotten about me.
怎么可能啊！我费尽了千辛万苦才把你救出来。Tommy boy， 你很聪明，知道我想要什么。
不好意思，徐姐，怎么会是你找我啊？啊，我以为你已经忙得团团转了。
I have a question. Well, who's Ellen?
哪儿跑出来这个问题啊？
You know, Simon told me it was his older brother, but I went through his file and he doesn't have a brother.
那你可以继续问他呀。
He said he was going out of town to visit an old friend. Since then, his phone has been powered off. Look, the custom officer that helped Shehan to get in the country was found dead yesterday. On his body was a note addressed to Ellen. Since I can't reach Simon, I thought maybe you could tell me about Ellen.
禁言的妈妈在怀禁言的时候，其实怀的是一对双胞胎。除了中文名字之外呢，他们还给他起了英文名字，分别叫 Ellen 和 Simon。但是很不幸，在临盆的时候，只有一个孩子活了下来。Simon 的哥哥 Ellen， 他没有呼吸到这个世界上的一口空气，所以从法定的定义上来说，他是不存在的。
走的挺好的，比想象当中的恢复的快多了。
其实你不用扶着我，我走得稳。
不行，慢慢来，不能进太急。来，咱们回去。
Ellen 的事情已经过去这么久了，知道的人也是寥寥无几。谢涵如果连这个都能查得到的话，证明他对禁言的了解比我们想象的要深很多。
So that was for Simon? But I don't understand. What's the point?
这谁知道呢 ？Ellen 的去世对于家族来说确实是一个痛楚，但是毕竟已经过去这么多年了。 对于禁言来说，它也不算是一个弱点。
Okay. Anyway, if Simon gets in touch with you, please tell him to call me back.
Okay, bye bye.
Susan, I think I found something. You're definitely gonna like it. This gun here belonged to a mercenary who was killed while helping Tommy escape. I took the liberty of cross-referencing our ballistics info in our database. I came back with a perfect hit. The same gun 9 days ago was used to kill a security guard at the Upper East Juvenile Courthouse robbery.
Wait, so you're saying that the same guy killed, robbed, and helped Tommy to escape? So, he's either very active and has a lot of contracts, or he's been hired by the same person.
Could be.
What exactly was stolen at the courthouse?
All we know is that they just took a bunch of files, but the contents of which we're not so sure right now.
Files. Juvenile criminal files.
简小姐，你坐了很久了，要不休息一下吧
？To be honest, it was the most horrible thing I've been through. Paul worked here for 10 years, and he just shot him in his head like he was nothing. It was really brutal.
Was it clear what they were after?
Yeah, they went directly to the file. They didn't touch any of the other boxes. It's like they knew the code or something. Poor Paul. I don't really understand why you guys are asking me these questions again. The police already know everything I told them.
The FBI has a different approach. Is there anyone that knows the exact content of those stolen files?
Juvenile files are sealed legally, so no one can access them. The file you're looking for, in fact, is 20 years old. We didn't do digital copies or backups back then.
20 years. That's a long time.
Who are you?
You're a product. You are sculpture. You will obey me. You will obey your command.
I'm sorry I couldn't be more help to you. We moved here 11 years ago, and we have never had anything like that happen before. In fact, I still can't understand why somebody would steal a file, especially something that old.
You moved here?
Yeah, 11 years ago from 9th Street.
So I'm assuming that there must be some sort of record of that file transfer. Do you know where we could find that record?
Should be in the information office. But you know, transfer records are just a list. They don't really have any specific information.
Well, that's a good start. Maybe if we're lucky, we can find something helpful.
So here's the transfer record for the missing files you were looking for.
Simon?
What?
Nothing. We should get going now. I'll keep this. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Ewan.
I can't believe you remember an old retired guy like me. I worked for the FBI for years. I thought Tommy's case was complicated and rough enough. There are so many, I don't even know how to say it. Gong Chong Chu?
穷凶极恶.
That's it. Evil people. Now, from what you've told me, it seems that Shay Han knows you too well. This is a disadvantage.
你是我的老师，也是最了解剑花食人魔案子的人。现在案情走到了僵局，我希望能跟你谈谈。Susan, Mrs. Yin has arrived.
Mrs. Yin, I'm Susan. Nice to meet you.
你电话里说事关禁言的安全，有些事情要问我。
Yes. Have a seat.
是苏赞的信息。现在Tommy还有谢涵的案子，都是由苏赞主导负责。
Susan's one of the best agents I've ever worked with. She can handle the investigation. So what's going on?
苏赞说，已经确认调查，谢涵曾雇佣人手抢走了纽约上东区少年刑庭的一家旧档案。
我不明白，你为什么要询问禁言的过去？他一直跟你们一起合作的。
Of course, Simon works with us, and this is not an interrogation. This is just, it's a little bit complicated. Let me try to explain, okay?
我并不知道自己的档案存在什么地方，但我想，谢涵应该不是随意选择一个地方，随意的抢走一项档案吧。
You're right. The files about your case were kept there.
那是一段缺失的记忆，一段空白。
Trust me, kid. You haven't forgotten much about what happened. Maybe you lost a few minutes.
但那却是关键的几分钟。那既然是你的案子，我刚好又来了，为什么不替我从头梳理清楚，补全它呢？
Yeah, that was my case, and the first time we met.
霍太太，你不用紧张，我会说中文的，我是来帮你的。但是，你需要跟我说实话，你和孩子这些伤，到底是怎么来的？
我们是从楼梯上摔下来的。
罗太太，根据我们的经验，会做这种事情的人很难改变。同样的情况会一次又一次的发生。为了你和孩子以后的安全，你必须跟我说实话。
为什么那么久远的往事，还会影响到他现在的安全呢
Simon is not only a law enforcement agent. He's currently the target of a criminal psychopath. We are fighting a psychological war against this killer, and we cannot afford to neglect any detail in Simon's life. I've been doing some research, and I understand that your wedding with Simon's stepfather wasn't a very successful one. You were both victims of domestic violence, right? What I don't understand is why would the juvenile criminal court have a file on Simon?
纪言的生父，在他2岁的时候就去世了。他的继父有酗酒的问题，偶尔也会打我和纪言，但还算有分寸。可是到了后来，情况越来越糟。
最糟的时候，妈妈和我都有一种感觉。 不知道什么时候，他会把我们活活打死。
About this, whether now or then, you remember it clearly.
是的，我记得妈妈带回来一把枪。
我必须要保护我的孩子。
对他来说，我的安全 就是他的底线。
那天晚上，他又喝了酒。
那块门板好像随时都会被撞开。我抱着妈妈，感觉到她的眼泪滴在我的手背上。
孩子别怕。 妈妈有枪，妈妈会保护你的。
可接下来那几分钟，就是完全的空白，我什么也不记得了。
就在我孩子的面前，我开了枪，打死了他。
但我知道不是。
I'm sorry, Miss Lin. I know this is difficult. I understand. But you gotta tell me the truth.
是我，就是我，是我开的枪。
If you shot him, this would be a simple case of self-defense. And Simon would have nothing to do with this. How do you explain that the juvenile criminal court has a file on Simon?
告诉我，档案里面有什么？ 是有你的推论，或是描述吗？我需要知道谢涵他所有可能知道的一切。
妈妈，
Simon shot him, right?
是我买的枪，是我告诉金妍，只要开枪就能保护我们。他只是一个7岁的孩子，他没有做错任何事情。
Anyone there? Is anyone home?
Ambulance.
It's okay. Okay? It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. It's okay.
You and your mom were both victims. Neither of you were at fault. Especially you.
我知道，当时能遇到你来处理这个案子，是我最大的幸运。
But you are innocent. He has the files, but they're useless.
你说过，他没有正常的情感，逻辑扭曲。同样的一份档案，在他眼里，一定有不同的看法。可关键是，他究竟会看到些什么呢？
Is it Alan?
Thank you, officer.
No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome.
我刚才跟医生谈过了，2天之后可以办出院手续。
那出院后我们……
你不用担心 ，FBI 为我们准备了一个安全住所。现在李勋然是直接和谢涵有过接触的重要证人，这个案子非常需要他。
Susan, we have a lead. You should come take a look.
你好，我请问一下，那边房间的李先生去哪儿了
？He went on a walk with Colleen.
他这个时候不该在做复健吗
？He is, but the patient wanted to go for a walk.
谢谢。他平时散步都在楼下的绿廊，去那儿看看吧。
好。
Susan, I found this photo in the suspect's email inbox. Look. According to our facial recognition software, it says this woman's name is Colleen Yang, the suspect's ex-girlfriend. 32 years old, American-born, 1/4 Chinese ethnicity, no criminal record.
So what am I looking at?
Take a closer look at where she works.
Call the hospital and dispatch our action unit. Now, let's get going.
Are you contacting Simon?
Yeah, I have to let him know. Xu Yuan，
别高兴，这件事不对劲。
Oh shit! Freeze! Don't move! Don't you fucking move! Put your hands down, I can see them. Put your hands in the air! Madam, step back. Put your goddamn hands in the air that I can see them.
服从指令，开枪。
Put your hands in the air that I can see them. I just got a call. She's the suspect.
开枪
Get down! Get down! Get down! Get down! Get down! Don't you dare to move, man. Drop your gun, man. Drop your gun, sir. Drop your gun! Sir, don't draw that gun.
Sculpture. 开枪
Drop your gun down, sir. Drop your gun down. Drop your gun, sir.
也许爱情放弃会比拥有更近，可是我已经沉迷，一天一天谁偷走生命的痕迹？请你伴我去，谁会伴我去？去到刹那清风里。 今夜星光熠熠，我在约定之地，等待你终于把梦唤醒。黑暗烟火心里唯一证明，1000万颗心一心都为你，与你长路共相依。 也许爱情放弃会比拥有更近，可是我想找到你，天天念念你守护生命的踪迹，请你带我去，说好不分离，去到无穷世界里。 今夜星光熠熠，我站在约定之地，等待你终于 心。黑暗烟火是你唯一沉溺，一生一颗心，一心都为你，与你今生共享。